reading is the best way to improve your vocabulary. Dr. Stephen Krashen and others have done a lot of research on this, and this is the number one. Reading books specifically will grow your English vocabulary more than anything else. And also reading books is a great way to just, expand your mind, to get a lot of new knowledge and develop new skills. It's nice to watch video, it's nice to do other things, but reading really gives you deep knowledge, vocabulary, and things for life. Welcome to Effortless English Club, AJ. We're starting a new book finally. All right, let's get into it. Shall we? The name of this book is The Champion's Mind. The Champion's Mind. The subtitle is How Great Athletes Think, Train, and Thrive. So this book written for athletes. Yes, but a lot of the idea in here are great for just in general achieving success, overcoming difficult challenges that includes learning to speak English fluently and powerfully. So a lot of the idea in this book will help for a lot of areas in your life. So whether it's in searching for a job, trying to improve your career, you're trying to get better at sports, sure. You're trying to improve English speaking. The method that I teach, Effortless English method, the actual way you learn language. And then another big part of success, language learning and everything else is your psychology. That's what we're gonna learn in this book, right? All right, The Champion's Mind. Today we do chapter 1 and 2. Let's get into it, shall we? All right. So let's start here, and we're gonna. All right. So chapter 1. Be your own chapter. Go through the book. I'll go through the book. I'll read little pieces from it. I'm not going to read the entire thing. Get the book yourself if you want to read the whole thing. I'll give you the sort of main ideas to teach you a little bit of vocabulary too. Chapter 1 is Be Your Own Champion. It's kind of an introduction chapter. So what separates the top few from the many in a sport? Mentality. So it's a physical ability alone rarely translate into a superior on field performance. So mentality, of course, is your thinking, how you think, right? Superior means better than others. And then on-field performance. So again, this book is written really at the focus of sports. So we'll be use it in a lot of areas. So you hear this a lot in professional athletes at the level of the top, the elite athlete, tennis player, soccer player, basketball player, whatever, in the Olympics, that they're all really good physically. These people have elite, meaning the highest level of physical ability, athletic ability. So what makes the difference then at that top 1% between the champion and the person who come in second or third or 100th? And according to this book, the answer is mentality. Because they all have great physical ability. They're all fast, they're all strong, right? They're all great athletes. So it's how they train their mind and use their mind that creates the difference. The champion and non-champion. It's the mental ability of confidence, concentration, and composure. 3 C's are crucial for being a champion in everything you undertake. All right? So the mental ability, we're talking about brain, thinking ability, right? Emotional and mental. And the 3, confidence. That's how certain you are that you will succeed. If you're just a little, maybe I think maybe I can win. That's a little bit of confidence. You think, I'm pretty sure I'm not quite sure, not maybe 50% sure I'm gonna win. That's okay, confidence. If you're 100% sure I will win, I am the best, I will be the champion, that's 100%, that is 100% confidence. And confidence, why is it important? It affects how we perform. It's also true when you speak English, when it's true when you give a speech, it's true when you get into a job interview. Many times your confidence, it determines your success, not so exact. Let's say exact, not the exact what you say in the job interview. That's somewhat important, but how you say them, how much confidence you have, is far more important. Concentration is the next one, the ability to focus on something completely for a long time, not get distracted. Isn't this true for English, right? You can listen to an English lesson, but be thinking about what you're gonna do later in the day, or how you're tired, and all kind of different things. So you're not really focused on what you're listening to, and so therefore you'll learn less. And this is what with athletes, with the practicing, they can practice, they can do the move, but not really concentrating much, and then they don't improve as much. It's a totally focused, right? The top athlete in a game situation, for example, for competition, they're 100% focused on what they're doing, no distraction at all. They don't care, maybe the crowd is screaming and yelling, all kinds of things are happening. They're not even aware of that. They're totally focused on what they're doing. They're performing their best. That's concentration. And composure is a word. The composure is the ability to be calm in difficult situation. Don't panic. Don't get upset. Right? Athletes make mistake, for example. And you see this in golf a lot. Golf is a great example of this, where a golfer will make a bad shot. If they don't have composure, that the composure is low, they start to get upset, they start getting emotional. That affects how they play. And then they make another bad shot. Now the composure gets worse and worse. When you make a mistake, when things are bad, when things are going badly, it's very important. The champions stay calm. If they make a mistake, they let it go. That they're losing the game, they just don't start getting upset. They stay focused, right? They keep that composure. So, the author then makes the point that you can build mental strength. You can build this quality, confident, concentrate through training. Okay, you're not just born with these things. Some people have more or less, depending on, their childhood and other things. But whatever you have now, you can make it better. You can train these things, and indeed, champion athletes do train these things. They train their mind, not only their body. Okay, so the champions strive endlessly to reach their best level by improving their mindset, their fitness, their mechanics, and their game strategy. So many of these are their mindset, right? How positive they are to three things we just mentioned. Of course, the fitness level, that they focus on a lot of their physical ability as well and their skill, but also strategy. How they practice is go, hả? Quay xuống không? Lấy mai đâu? Mèo. Gì đâu?
Chả câu đó.
Chị gì đấy, không chó không?
Câu là gà xẻng đi.
Kèo à?
Mau rồi.
Khó à?
Dạ.
Learning strategy, but it's not great. Just by improving your strategy, it's this mental ability. You got to think about it. Try different things. That a better strategy could give you better result long term. All right, moving on to continue to go to a kind of introduction. I'm going to go fast through the first chapter. That's not a specific thing. It's just giving the main ideas of what the book's about. Okay, this is make your new goal story compelling, one that is active and personal. So this is talking about how having a story for yourself. Your story as a champion is called the gold medal in the Olympics, right? It's the idea that you make a story, you imagine a story in your mind, of you as a champion, of you succeeding, at the highest level, right? And this is having a big dreams and a clear vision of what you will look like while pursuing competitive excellence. Always inspire greatness. What is your dream goal? This is my VIP program. To think big, to have a dream goal or dream goal that are very specific, and you can actually imagine and see yourself succeeding in your mind before you do it. Okay, let's review vocabulary here. Having a big dream, a clear vision. A clear vision means you can see it in your mind of what you will look like while pursuing competitive excellence. Pursuing means trying to chase, trying to get. Competitive means competition. It is about sport. And excellent is being really great at something. So he said, number one, you need to have the vision of yourself succeeding. This is when way to imagine you see yourself already achieving, already doing your big goal. It's already happened. But you also have a vision of you practicing for it, you getting better. What it's going to look like, what you're doing every single day. This is another important vision. And this is inspired greatness, right? It leads you to greatness. And he asked, what is your dream goal? And this is important. And a lot of people, I think English, they get stuck with, just get caught up in the test score and the kind of small stuff. They forget what they're really doing it. Right? They can have a general idea, my job, it will help me, my career, but it's not very specific, it's not much of a dream. A dream would be you imagine yourself as a high-level manager in a company, you're managing a large international department, making the kind of money you want to make, and why are you doing it, right? This is the point of making that money. What's the point of having that better job? What are you ultimately the biggest, highest level doing while you're trying to master English? Right? How you really want to change your life. And that level, number one, a much more enjoyable job where you have a lot more respect. People respect you much more. You have more freedom. You make more decisions. You're not being bossed around all the time. That's a great reason. Another reason is that, with money, of course, you can do lots of great fun things with money. You see yourself traveling the world, staying in the kind of hotel you want to stay at, visiting places you want to visit, making an international friend with kind of people you want to connect with, right? You start become much more exciting when you think of that. You just think of getting a certain score on the test, It may be as little exciting as might like get to short-term goal, but for that big dream, that's what you want to get a focus on and be clear about. All right, let's keep going. He makes a good point here is that the best and quickest solution for overcoming your resistance, talking about what happened, you don't have these things, because that's a problem, right? People say, well, sure, I understand it's good to feel confident, to have the composure, and great concentration, but I don't right now. So what if you don't? What do you do? How you change the bad habit? How you train yourself? You fake it until you find your A game and recover your form. Okay, so fake it means you pretend. You pretend. It's the same thing, when or the story if you watch interview, if you like movie or TV show, it's actor, right? And there's something called method acting. Method acting is where the actor, they go really deep into the character, and they every moment of the day they pretend that person, right? In their mind, they're imagining they are that person all the time. They try to feel how the person feels or would feel. They talk, they would talk, they dress, how they would dress. The Christian Bale, they even while they're working, even when they're taking a break, they still use the same voice, the same accent, it's everything like the character, right? That they're faking it. They're not really that person, but they're faking it. They're pretending so intensely, so much that they actually start to feel and act like that character. And that's exactly what this is. You're imagining yourself as that person, character, like an actor, that you want to be. You know, the super successful English speaker speaking like a native with exact dream job and career and life you want. And that you start to pretend, how would that person dress? How would that person speak? How would they move their body? What they do with their face? Have a tough look in their face, acting all the press all the time? No, probably not. You pretend. You just pretend. Do your best to pretend. And day by day, as you pretend more and more, you get more and more detail, and you do it more and more often. You also start to feel like that person that you're trying to be, and you actually become that person eventually. Okay, so then the next is that bring every day as the next session, still chapter 1. Setting daily goal and trying to achieve them is how you reach the status of a champion. So we have now 2 things. This is very important. On one hand, we have that big, huge dream goal. We need that. Energize this. Give it the vision where we're going. We're trying to do. Why we're doing it. Why? At the highest level where we're doing this. Learning English, doing sport, whatever it is. But on the other hand, we also need little daily goals because, you know, that big dream might be very, very, very far away. You might feel like, no, I'm nothing like that yet. You know, my pronunciation is terrible. My grammar is horrible. They can't even talk. I freeze all the time when I try to speak English. So you imagine that big dream, but the part of you feel like this is impossible. It's so far away. So we also need these little tiny daily goals. What are we gonna do every day? These are called micro goals. Some people, the micro meaning very small, right? And you know that micro might be. Every day I would listen to English 2 hours. Every day I will, you know, have strong energy, standing up, moving my body, smiling, faking confidence while I practice English, while listening to many midstart, while I do shadowing, whatever you're doing. So it's a micro goal, just only focus on today and this day, each day, what you're doing. Those are little steps that will get you to the big goal. So need both. You only focus on the big goal all the time, it can actually kill your motivation. Because if your progress is not fast enough right now, you start to feel, you know, can start to feel a little bit depressed. You need that big goal, but you got this tiny goal. Very important to have both. I agree with this. All right, let's keep going. Okay, next is talk about training yourself, training your mental ability. So it's not enough to just have this big goal and this small goal. You know, write them down and then think about them again. This is actually, you need to schedule every day time or several times a day to sit, maybe even close your eyes and imagine these goals. Imagine yourself achieving this goal. So you have schedule automatic, electronic, think goal reminder, think goal medal. So he's recommending that schedule your think goal electronic for this time. Doing on your phone, right? So he's saying you might put it every 2 hours. You have a little beep go up on your phone and it goes off, you know. You stop being alarmed, you sit down and you do maybe 5 minutes, or you imagine your big goal and you fake it, feeling great, and you're in your mind, imagining yourself doing it, achieving that highest goal, that huge dream. And then you also bring that 5 minutes and close your eyes. If you want, you imagine yourself doing those daily goals. You see yourself. listening to English at the big smile on your face, moving your body, shouting answer to the man. It means strong peak emotion, and you imagine you see that in your mind as well. So you might do this 3, 4, 5 times every single day. This is mental training. And you can make little daily to-do lists, check them off. Do I listen to 2 hours a day? Check. These are all little things you can do to consistently keep doing it. Okay, I'm moving through part of this is just a lot of introduction that's not so helpful. It's now good. Let's go to chapter 2. Chapter 2. All right, chapter 2, master the mental skill. And now we get a little more specific about how there's exact thing to do each day. Little mental practices, mental training, activity or exercises you can do every day or when you need to. So again, just start with goal setting. As you said, goal setting, think it and then ink it. Ink it. Ink it is what instead of pen, right? Ink it is what that means to write it down. So first you think your goal, your dream goal, your baby goal, and then you actually write them down. It's important. It does help. Keep it in your memory when you write things down, even if you never read it again. All right. Then here's a little checklist here. Question to ask yourself when you make a goal. This is the best goal are very specific, they're measurable, you can actually visualize them, you can see them happening, they're positive, they're inspiring, they give you a little bit of enthusiasm or excitement when you think about doing them, achieving them. All right, so you said, is my goal specific? Like, should you think I want to speak English well, that's not specific enough, right? So what does that mean exactly? Right, that can mean a lot of different things. Speak English well, or people say speak fluently. What does it mean exactly to speak fluently? Does that mean you think English and you're not translating at all? Or does it mean that you're speaking speed, the how easily words come out, it's the same as your own native language, right? Just you need to be very specific about this. For you, what does it mean? What exactly you're trying to do with English? Yeah?
Quyền đầu.
Or British accent, you focus on that. So 2 is my goal, measurable. Can you imagine how you know when you achieve this? Is that right? How would you know? I recommend real world measurement rather than just test score. Test score, you know, they're not visually testing what you really want. So, for example, a measurable goal would be to identify a specific job that requires English that you want, and then you achieve that job, you get it, right? You do the job interview in English, and then they offer you the job. That's measurable. You know it. You offer the job, or you not offer the job. Very specific and very measurable. You know if you did it or not. It's not gonna like I think I'm doing better. Like no, you got a job you want to get. Measurable. It's a positive. Of course, the positive. You don't actually say I don't. A bad goal could be something like stop making so many mistakes in English. It's a negative goal. You focus on the negative, the problem, the mistake. That's not good. Okay, it makes your brain start focusing on the negative, so it actually hurt your performance. Okay, doesn't excite you very much. It's a negative goal, very exciting. So you actually wanted to switch that over to positive, right? Right, that sound nearly native. Just say maybe I'll have a phone conversation and some sound like an American. Are you American? That would be a great measurable thing. Is it talk to someone when you don't know in English? They ask you if you're American. Are you American? Are you British? Right? That would be positive and specific. Is my goal inspiring? This is all about your emotion. And inspiring make you feel excited, make you feel motivated. Inspiring. If your goal does not inspire you, then you need to think bigger. Okay, you need to change it, your goal. Okay, then let's get into it. So how you do it? Mental image, visualize to actualize. So actualize means to make something real. And it said this the mastery of this mental skill, visualizing, will increase the probability of success. Write a bit about this in my book. Right there. I'll give you very specific how to do this. But again, you need to actually spend time each day imagining in your eyes, seeing it. Really seeing it clearly in your mind, you achieving this result you want. So speaking, fluent, you see yourself, you actually imagine yourself speaking to a native speaker in American, let's say, and you just going back and forth, and they're smiling and they're talking, and you got great body language, and they ask you, oh, where you from? And they think they're American, right? That would be one example. You make your own. You don't have to sound exactly like an American. I'm just giving you like an example. Not everybody wants to do that. That's fine. Another part of visualizing is this is very important. This is a great one. This athlete re-experience a successful performance. So a greater increase in neural activity, which is an area of the brain that play actually okay. Then those experience failure. What does that mean? Re-experience it to experience in your brain, it happens again. So just talking about memory, where we all have memory. So let's say in sport, you practice a lot, you have a lot of games, you have a lot of situation. You got a bad one where you make mistakes, and you got a good one where you did something quite good, right? So in saying what you want to do is you want to take some of your best memory and every day remember them and feel them, and actually it's happening again. And when you do this, it actually make your brain energized and light up more. Then the opposite is what a lot of people do. Instead of they focus on the bad memories, right? So remember the time when you make the mistakes, and then you start thinking about it, and you remember it and seeing it clearly in your brain again, and they start killing your confidence. You're making that bad memory stronger than your mind, sending a message to yourself, your brain, that you're bad, you make mistakes. Not good. It's because it could be good English. You probably have a bad memory of English in your mind, maybe from school, maybe from try to give a speech in English, it will go badly. Oh, just start remembering that again and again. Killing your confidence is terrible. Instead, what you want to do is find moment in your life where you did well with English. It's maybe something very small, where you talk to someone, you have a nice little conversation in English, and it went well, and you want to remember that every day, and imagine that again. You have to feed your mind this image of yourself, that idea of yourself as a great English speaker, as a successful English speaker. So vividly see yourself performing successfully. Vividly mean very clearly, a lot of color. Number 2, deeply feel yourself performing masterfully, means very well. Not only see it happening in your brain, but trying to bring up the emotion, those positive feeling, right? So you have this good experience, you did well, you want to see it clearly, but also to feel that happiness, that excitement again. And then thirdly, thoroughly enjoy seeing, feeling, put a smile, fake it to make and enjoy experiencing that good memory again. The next session is on self-talk, what we say to each other. So visualization is through the eyes or in imagining something that we see. Self-talk is audio, what hear, what you say to us. It's just such an idiot, you're so stupid, oh my God, you're bad in English. Your English is so difficult, right? Or you're playing tennis, you make a mistake. Oh my God, I screwed up again. I always do this again. This is that negative self-talk. And you want to change this into positive self-talk. You have to stop building the habit where you're saying things like, I'm good, I'm strong, I'm a great speaker. I can really handle difficult situations. Start focusing, and you get good things, right? So just you can challenge your bad thoughts. You say like, oh, I suck at English. I'm bad at English. And then no. You just say no. You know what? I'm not. I don't suck at English. I'm getting better every day. So it's like you're arguing with yourself. Just lower the ring. It's like, oh my God, you should always make everything good. I'm bad, right? So but it means you don't let those, because a lot of that habit of negative self-talk, and we often just let these negative things pop into our head. Sometimes we can even say them out loud, and we don't challenge them. We just let them keep thinking and let them come and go. But when it's saying that, no, if you want to have this champion mindset, you have to challenge. When a negative thing pops up, when the bad happens, you say something bad about yourself, you think something negative about yourself, your ability, you challenge it, you say no, and you argue back, and you say something positive, right? And then the second thing is you just want to get it, and saying positive thing, you can write a script down, like a 1 minute script, like a half a page, which is a lot of positive statement about yourself connected to your goal. I'm good English speaker. English is getting easier every day. I thoroughly enjoy listening to English. All my feelings about English have changed completely. Every day, I'm closer to speaking like a native speaker. My accent is getting better. My fluency is getting better. Write them all out, and you can read them to yourself out loud every day. Or you could record yourself. Right? You could get a little script and actually read those out with a strong, positive voice. Record yourself, that little script of positive self-talk, all the little praises and positive things you want to say. Record an audio just to listen to it every day. Just a couple of minutes. Okay, so all you need to do, but maybe a couple of times a day, maybe just in the morning and the evening, just before you start doing your English, studying your English or anything. That would be a great thing to do. And it's super simple. Just listen to it.